Let's see what we can get ourselves into today. I thought maybe I'd take a little break from the sanding and get over here and work on this 1995 OBS Chevy pickup. It needs a transmission put in it. And I've got a remanufactured one right there. That is the 4L60E automatic transmission. This truck is in very good shape, and I think it only has like 180,000 miles, which is nothing for a truck, especially a 95 model. And the condition proves that someone took very, very good care of it. So anyway, we'll look at it closer. For now, let's get this transmission in there. I'm definitely no transmission expert, but I was always told never to put these in dry, these torque converters. So we're going to put a little fluid in there. Got to go kind of slow. Let it drain in there very, very slowly until it's full, or at least mostly full. You don't want to put them in dry, is what I was always told. And you'll notice it'll kind of fill up and then it'll drain down in there. You just want to keep doing that till I guess it stops doing that. It's the way I've always done it, and I've never had any problems that way. So I'll keep adding to this until it's full or mostly full, and we'll get it stabbed back up on there. Alright, so it stopped draining down inside of there, and I could see it. I can see the level of it just right down in there. So I think that's going to get it. Let's go put it back on the transmission now. Came from the rebuilder with this cool little keeper on it. Kind of helps that torque converter stay in place. Just goes in with a little bolt here. I'm going to put that back on while I'm manhandling it. And that'll keep my torque converter from slipping out of place. I want to make sure it stays right where it's at. Alright, going up. All right, so I managed to get one side started. Get over to the other side. The dowel's in the hole, so we're halfway there. Man, we are moving right along. It's torque converter bolt time. I've already got my cooler lines on. I've got everything plugged in. I've even got my shifter linkage. It's already all hooked up as well. We'll get the flywheel bolts in and we'll put the dust shield on, and all that's left after that is exhaust and a drive shaft. We'll be done with this thing. Let's get us some fluid in there. How about that? We'll get up the driveway and out on the open road and see if this thing shifts. You guys, cross your fingers. Okay, let's see if it's got all its gears. All right, there's one, two, three. Come on, one more. Four. There we go. All right, that's cool, man. We're about 60 miles an hour right now. I don't feel any kind of vibrations or anything weird going on. All right, I'm gonna drive it around for a little bit. I'll check back in with you guys if anything eventful happens. I think we're in need of a tire though. This thing is kind of bouncing around. It's got the original Tiger paws on it. You gotta love that. You guys leave a comment down in the comments section. Do they still make Tiger paws? I remember these things came from the factory with those tires on it, but I didn't think they still made them. So I thought we'd take a second to get out here and take a look at it. 1995 OBS. That's old body style. That's the Chevy. This is a great truck. 180,000 miles on it. Still in very, very good shape. Totally rust free on this. I mean, this thing doesn't even have the usual cab corner rust that they always have, especially down here in the extended cab portion. No rocker panel rust at all anywhere, not even pinholes. There's those old Tiger paws. They actually still got good tread on them. Take a look at the interior here right quick. Everything's in really good shape. A little dirty, we gotta clean it up a bit, but it's all right. That's not what we were told to do. We were supposed to be doing a transmission. This truck is totally stock, 100%. It's never had anything done to it. No rips, no tears. All right, I think she's good to go, man. I mean, she's climbing these hills, no problem. She's downshifting, no problem. She's upshifting, no problem. Overdrive's good. I think we nailed it. But for now, she's on her way back home. The same guy that owns this one too. So now that we got that one heading back in the right direction, we need to get back started on this one. Some of you guys remember this from earlier videos. What we got going on in there? Yeah, she's all fresh. Look at it. So we got to get this one buttoned up next, so stay tuned for that. We'll be getting on that here pretty quick. But for right now, Randy's on his way to pick me up. Randy from Auto Auction Rebuild. You guys go check him out on YouTube if you haven't already. I will throw a link in the description. He's got a wildfire lift, and we're going to go put that thing up. Hey, we're down here at the shipping company. Going to help Randy load up a his 4-post lift he got from Wildfire. We're going to go down here to his place and see if we can help him set that thing up.
There we go. That's all we needed right there. Get those over some, or are you good? Grab something.
Man, she's heavy.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you. What do you think?
I don't know, that might get it. Let me tighten my side up a little bit more. I think we'll have it.
Right. To get this thing to jump up off the trailer anyway.
We could try that.
I've never treated a new car the way I treat this truck.
It's tough, it can handle it. Rich.
Yeah. The idle air control valve isn't even hooked up.
Yeah.
I can't even find the plug for it. I have no idea where it is.
That's good though. Okay, I think you got it. Hey, Pup.
I'm actually kind of impressed with myself. Oh, hey, Roxy.
What's up?
What's up, sweetheart? Oh, treats, I know. We'll have to go to the front door for that, though, okay? I don't know which ones are the crossbeam sections.
I told you, I need a picture.
They got pictures. There are pictures.
Give me a picture. That's all.
In there.
All this reading. All this reading, Randy. Look, pictures. That's what I need.
And I went and printed the whole instruction manual out. It comes with it. Who would have thought, right?
Oh, we're set now.
Okay, so we should be on like page 10. Oh, wow.
There you go.
See, my pictures are black and white. So we're not on.
Set.
We're not quite on this page yet. We're on the page of opening the box and throwing everything on the floor. die. Because this is not a dedicated how-to. This is just like, look, dude, put this together. Oh.
And that's one of the ones that runs.
Yeah, the crossways. And then Wildfire is gonna be like, we gave you a color picture. Oh shit.
You're right.
Sorry.
That was my finger. There we go.
Did you get that on camera?
Yeah. Me screaming like
Okay,
I'm
good.
good. Yeah.
You alright though, for real?
Yeah, just pink still in there.
Get this one out.
I can see some smashed toes and fingers on this one. For sure. God, I got my steel toes on.
They're gonna watch this video and they're gonna be like, no, don't even air it. You know, just don't put this one up.
Go ahead and get your bolts on it, and then I'll spread this out just a little bit. I think I gotta move my post over just a hair. There we go.
Whew.
All the cables are getting tight. There we go. There's that. We're gonna need more fluid.
Oh, did it suck it up?
Oh yeah.
Like at this point, it should just start.
Yeah, it should start lifting. We may have to add some more fluid, but we're still building pressure. Here we go. It works.
Wow, dude. Here goes. Click. Come on. Right there.
Cool.
Now it does have to level. You got to raise it up and lower it. It will automatically adjust itself. I can't.
All right, so we got the bridge jack installed. I mean, that's everything. I mean, we're good to go. We got some adjustments. You know, we want to adjust some of the cables and
This is a little loose.
yeah, some of the safety latches. You know, get them fine tuned. But man, that is it. This thing is installed.
Should we go up?
Sure. Awesome. Well, cool deal, man. Well, Randy, it's been fun.
Yeah. Are you ready to go home? Like,
No.
go to bed?
What time is it?
It's like 2 in the morning.
2 in the morning. All right, so we managed to get this one back in here. I think I'll start by routing the positive cable, battery cable down there to where the starter's going to be. Something like that. Got a few more wires up here I need to get off the firewall, route down that way. See if I can remember where all this goes. I did a pretty good job of labeling everything just in case. Let's see what we got here. And don't worry, before we call it good, we'll get all this all nice and tidy. Make it look good. All right, bear with me while I figure all this out. So here is my negative battery cable, obviously, and it's labeled with a letter A on it and a little black wire coming off of it. And I just so happen to have another black wire with an A on it. And you can see where I kind of cut the two in half right there. There's no mistaking that goes together. So we figured that one out. We could take that one out of the puzzle. Let's see what these other ones go to. And over here on the positive cable, it looks like we got a B, and then I got another wire here with a B on it, and then you can see here where this is where I separated them. So obviously those go together, so we can take that one out of the equation now. We'll just keep going like this until every wire has a home. Okay, so we got a few more wires coming from over here on the driver's side. This one here is going to feed the distributor. We've got that one marked there, distributor, that's the positive side. So that'll go over to the cap. I'm trying to find the wires that go to the alternator. That's the next ones I need. Let's look around over here. All right, here we go. I found the one that goes to the back of the alternator. That one there. Back of alternator, all right. Man, you gotta love getting in there messing with other people's wiring. I don't know what's going on here, but I kind of got up in the wire loom there, and I found this wire which went to nothing, and it's hooked to a red wire with duct tape. Well, that's interesting. So this is the other wire. It's kind of a purple colored wire. It's got a smaller gauged black wire taped to that, and then that is running to just that on the end. And I believe this is the one that runs down to the starter. It goes on the S side. But I don't know what these go to. I mean, that didn't hook into anything. That was just up inside the wire loom. So your guess is as good as mine on that. That's where we're at so far. Everything has a home except for that one I just pointed out to you. And I do believe it goes to the starter. Figured since I was already underneath here, maybe we go ahead and get these flywheel bolts in. Let's see. There we go. You know something else I need to do while I'm under here? I need to hook up my shifter linkage, my cooler lines for the transmission, and the drive line still needs to be hooked up. It's just kind of sitting there for now. Also, I need to hook up the cable, the speedometer cable, so we'll have to do that. When I was putting my cross member in, I accidentally ran this under. That needs to go, this right here needs to go up here. So I will have to redo that, not a big deal. I'll get on that here in just a little while. I'll do it when I do the drive shaft, how about that? All right, so now that's on there. We'll get that in the spring. I've went and got us a new pin, a new cotter pin. Throw that in there. Something like that. All right, I'm gonna go try it out. You guys tell me if it works. Well, it felt like it worked from up there. Everything seems to be working down here too. All right, good deal. Now we can move on to straightening out my screw up here, which I don't think will be too hard. And then I'll get my drive shaft in, I guess, and probably hook up this speedometer cable. All right, so that's the cable for the emergency brake. It's supposed to run on top of that like the other side. So I went ahead and fixed that. All you can do is tighten it up here just a second, and she'll be good to go. That was actually a pretty simple fix. Just had to take the cable apart right there. It just doesn't bolt. It's real simple. I wasn't too worried about it. There we go. U-joint's in. Let's get the carrier bearing back in it. It's kind of tricky here. Hold it up with my knee until I get the bolts started. That ought to work. Something like that. Okay, so moving right along. Let's see, what do we got so far? We have put our starter on. We have put the drive shaft on, the shifter, linkage, speedometer cable, all of that good stuff. We've run a few wires down to the starter, of course, like our battery cable end, which is right here. That's going to run up through here, like so, over to the battery. There's a little holder there. We'll run it through that. Let's see. Here are my cooler lines. I think it would be a lot easier to put these on before we put the headers on. It looks like they're bent up a little bit, kind of weird. I don't think that's how they're supposed to go at all. So thought maybe we'd open up some of this, see what we got going on inside of here. So far, it hasn't been very good. It's all crispy. All right. Okay, so we made it all the way back into the good stuff, I think. Thought maybe we'd come out here to the old parts truck and snip us off some wires. Yeah, this thing's got all kinds of good wires on it we can rob. Hell, I think we scored a wire the same exact color and everything. Look at that. Same gauge, same color. Can't ask for more. Except maybe a new wire, but we don't need a new wire. Plenty of wires right here. Got it. Yeah, I think we got it. Went ahead and threw one of them little bad boys on there. I'm gonna go ahead and bolt it on the starter now. And then we'll hook it up to our factory wiring. All right, I got the length figured out. Get rid of this crap here. We can splice these two together. But I already got my heat shrink on there. See if we can't wire these two together. Something like that. I'll slip this over there and put the heat gun to it. That should take care of it. I think that's going to fix it. All right, so I think I've got most of the wiring issues straightened out. It's all sorted, I believe. Now I'm not going to get too crazy with routing everything and buttoning everything up because I want to hook a battery to it and test it and make sure. But I think we are definitely heading in the right direction here. All right, I think that's going to take care of that side. You see what I'm going for here? I mean, it's kind of nice and tidy over here. You know, we'll run down this side. We'll tuck all of this up inside of there when we're done. We'll run a wire loom once the battery's in place. Battery cables are hooked up and ran where they need to be. So that looks good. I think that'll work, but we still got a little ways to go because, you know, you get over here and you see stuff like that. I want this side, you know, to look more like that side. And then you got stuff like this over here as well. It's a little clustered up in there. Got wires running all over the place. You got big bundles of electrical tape. I don't like that. This is the alternator wire. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lengthen this wire as well. You know, straighten that out. And instead of having this wire running off over here to the alternator like that, which I can't stand, what I'll do is I'll tuck it in under here. You know, there's a nice little channel there to put wires in. There's even a kind of a loom here that you could tuck it in if you wanted to. But anyway, we're going to run that wire through here where you won't see it. And then, you know, it'll probably go down and around in here. And then it'll come back up and go into the back of the alternator. And I think that'll be nice and clean. It'll be out of the way of everything. And that's kind of the theme we'll go for. I mean, nothing fancy, but much better than the way it looks now. A little more organized, a little more detailed. Just kind of clean it up a bit. I mean, this is stuff that anybody can do. It just takes a little bit of time. This is some of the junk we've cut out of it so far. I think it'll be a lot better. So once we get those last few wires straightened out, I could come in here and start my cooler lines for the transmission. And these things, they've seen better days. I may replace those. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I'd like to get those on before I put my headers on. Just have everything routed the way it's supposed to go as far as lines and wires and all of that, and then put the headers on after that. So I'm going to hold off on that. That may require a trip to the store. I'm not 100% sure just yet. We got kind of a crappy carburetor situation going on over here. What is this? A Holley double pumper. It's not the greatest. I don't have high hopes for it. I did buy a rebuild kit. I'll throw that in there, see if it helps. I'd much rather just throw a new carburetor on there. That way I could tune it a little easier, but we'll see. We got a little ways to go before we get to that. We are way closer to getting it to fire though. What do I have left? Well, like I said, headers for one, a few more wires, distributor cap, spark plug wires, spark plugs of course. Man, we'll probably be able to shoot some fuel to it after that, put a battery in it. So that brings us to this one here, the 59 Dodge Coronet. I know you guys are wondering, what's the deal, man? Why haven't we had any more videos? Well, we're to the point of painting. So, you know, if you missed anything, we've already painted the roof. Man, that thing, I love the way that looks. Unfortunately, the weather caught up with us. I mean, it is January after all. It was bound to happen. It's a little too cold to be painting, you guys. I do have a heater, but that heater stirs up dirt. And that's just not what you want when you're painting, of course. So I got to wait for warmer temperatures. It's okay, though. It's Oklahoma. 80 degrees is right around the corner, man. I mean, it snowed the other day, so we're bound to have an 80-degree day just any time now. We're going to time everything out to where everything will be completely blocked and prepped and ready to go. I've got just a little bit more blocking to do. I've got most of it done. And of course, we'll have to clear out this side of the shop. I need this whole side of the shop to be open because I want to set all my parts up. You know, we got 4 doors sitting over here that are going to need to be staged so that I could paint them off of the car. There's no way to paint all of these jams and do all of that stuff with the parts on the car. So we're gonna paint all of this, blast it in a million pieces, basically. So that ought to be interesting. You don't want to miss that. It does take a lot of planning, especially when you're trying to, you know, work around the weather, the temperatures, and things like that. But never a dull moment. Plenty of things going on around here all the time. We still got more projects out there that we need to get back in here. A lot of you guys are asking about that Datsun pickup. Don't worry, we'll get it back in here, I promise. And I've got another build that I really want to introduce to the channel. But hey, I thought I'd throw a video out there for you guys just to kind of show what's been going on. I left you guys hanging for a little bit, but it was because I was helping my kids with their rides and their channels. Be sure to go check those channels out. Go look down in the description and you will see links to all their channels. So anyway, please like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. We really do appreciate it. There's a link to my Patreon account in the description as well, and my Instagram, all of that. So I will see you guys next time. I've got some good news, by the way, so you don't want to miss that. Tune in next time and we'll reveal where the channel's going and what we got going on. We got big plans, big things are happening. You guys don't want to miss it. So I'll see you guys later.